Hey, Gabriel Clevenger here. I'm putting together this blueprint for getting started praying for your wife and your child or children as a service to men with whom I have conversations around the importance of such things. Now, this is not magic, and there are no magic words to pray, but that's not to say that it's not supernatural. I have found that even for those of us who grew up going to church, no one actually ever took the time to build the nuts and bolts habit of prayer with us. This is true for both men and women usually. Now, if you have church experience, you may have some experience with certain prayers that you know will remember, maybe even like. But when it comes to the personal habit or discipline of prayer, we were mostly told just start talking to God like you would a friend or your dad, or it's important, and then nobody ever tell you actually how to do it. Well, this is not wrong advice, really. I guess it's good as far as it goes to just kind of get started. But in my conversations and counseling sessions, I've found that it's frightfully inadequate. It's not like there aren't good ways to pray, and it's not like those ways are reserved for one clergy or something. So what I have done here is to put together some beginner prayers. Now, with some of you, I have actually had conversations around this and told you to read scripture before you ever look at your phone, and then to begin to pray for your wife and your child or children if you have any kids yet. But I'm realizing that this too could feel just too general and vague. So I've put together these videos for you to have at your disposal to read them in prayer or to watch them and pray along with me while you watch the video. The point, again, is to build the habit, for it to be something that feels too easy at first, to ensure that it becomes something that you do without fail, and then to actually build it out. So the first prayer that you'll find here takes literally less than 45 seconds if you pray it slowly. Okay, now the point is for it not to take long, so you can't and won't leave it out. Once you've prayed this pretty much every morning for a month or better, you will begin noticing changes in your family life, and you'll begin to face different issues, so your desires will have begun to shift a bit. At that point, you can then begin praying the second prayer, which includes everything from the first prayer, but it adds a few things. That prayer takes about 30 seconds longer, but it will move you along. You will likely begin having other things that you want to pray about as well, which is fine. But the point is to make sure that you pray these things every day. I mean, even at this point, it takes less than a minute and a half, so you can do that. The other challenge is going to be to actually pray it as you read it. That's not something that really comes natural to us. Usually we're reading for information, we're reading an instruction manual, or we're reading something that we're interested in for some other reason. But to pray while you read is something that you'll just kind of have to work on. That's why we keep these short. And we'll talk about the next stage after that second prayer individually when we get there. But there is more to add to your prayers, and there will be for the rest of your life, usually, really. My point is to give you a good starting point that gets you in the groove and pointed the right way. I want to have conversations with you along the way to make sure that you're tracking and to help me to pray better for you as we go. I'm looking forward to your growing into this and hearing how it changes you. I'll put the text of the prayer in the description of the video along with some recommendations for scripture to read before you pray. You can read these or follow whatever plan you have for reading. Now, if you want a plan or a new plan or something, I can help you with that too. These habits of scripture before phone and praying for your wife and children at the beginning of your day serve to set the direction for you. It helps you frame the rest of your day in view of what is most important. You will want to have these so much a part of your day that you don't have to decide whether to do it. There are other habits that I want to welcome you into and that I can recommend to you that will further focus your mind, your body, and your values on Jesus. But let's start here first with these. If you have questions about the others, I can tell you what those are, but just let me know if you want to talk about those some other time. For now, enjoy jumping into this habit of beginning your day with scripture and prayer for yourself and your family. God bless you. I'll talk to you soon.